Hey Farmshare friends, Darlene coming to you with week 6 Farmshare bag. Little update on the farm. I did see the first cherry tomatoes starting to turn colors today actually. We cleared some of the arugula and mustard that was planted around them to give them full light, and they thanked the girls that worked in the heat today by showing us some color on their tomatoes. So those are starting to come in. Cabbages are getting nice and plump and ready, so we'll be pulling those from the field this week. So you'll see those in Farmshare next week. What else is happening? Potatoes are looking amazing. The flowers are starting to die off, which means that those plants are really maturing under the soil. The onions are looking great. Garlic is starting to die off, so we'll start to see some garlic coming in soon. Greens. Okay, update on greens. With the heat, the greens that we had in the ground are like, okay, we're done. We don't like the hot weather. So next week, I don't think you'll actually even have any like lettuce or lettuce mix in the Farmshare. The rows that were there, we're gonna have to take out. We've been giving those to the pigs and to the chickens, so they are as happy as can be. And then we're putting the next few rows in. So we've got Asian cabbage and romaine in the garden this week, and then we've got more leaf lettuce ready to go. So you're going to start to see this transition between seasons. I don't know if you ever thought that the season of greens would end, and not that we will continue to grow them throughout the summer, but it will definitely be in a lot less of a frequent item in your bag. So I know some of you will be really sad and others will be a little relieved to see that. So here is what is in your Farmshare. You've got leaf lettuce this week. It's very interesting. I don't know if it's because the color is darker and attracted more sun. Almost all of the purple lettuce bolted. So you've got the green, still beautiful, still yummy. Just not as much variety. You have sweet salad turnips are back, so everyone has a bundle of sweet salad turnips. You have one rotating item, which is alternating from last week. You will either have the sugar snap peas, the farm candy, or the kohlrabi. And I did double check yesterday that the video on how to peel your kohlrabi is on my YouTube channel. So watch that if you have still maybe not used them. Kohlrabi is so hardy, they would probably still be good in your refrigerator even a month later. Yeah, go watch that video if you're hesitant. It might give you a little hands-on experience on peeling, cutting, some other ideas to use them. One person came in and it was actually a little kid told me, he goes, we love kohlrabi French fries. So they cut them up and roast them in the oven or the air fryer. So we have a few more garlic scapes. We had a late, half the garlic scapes came on a flush a few weeks ago and the rest finished off. We have a mix of broccoli and cauliflower. Some of the broccoli, very interestingly, I think it just got a little sun-kissed. As soon as it was ready to harvest, it got a few little brown spots on it. Perfect to eat. It's not that it's dying off or dead. It was literally right out of the field, just like that. And then you'll also get your cauliflower. Look at the size of these. Aren't those beautiful? So what happens with broccoli is each plant produces one big head out the center of it. We harvest that. Some varieties will continue to produce, once this is gone, little side shoots. So just like little pieces like this. So we may see those, depending on how those plants continue to produce, popping up in the next few weeks share. I like to call it pre-cut, so you don't have to cut it. They're already ready to steam or cook that way. So it looks like one of the varieties we had in the garden, the Green Magic, is going to produce the side shoots, and then the other ones, I think we're just going to have to take the plants and feed them to the animals. Interesting fact, we have a family that lives near here that raises iguanas, and they sell them. And iguanas love greens because they live in the Amazon. These iguanas are like 6 feet long, they said, once their tail's unwound. But all of the cabbages after we harvested, or cauliflowers, after we harvested them and gave them to you guys, all of that went to feed their iguana family. So where before they were having to go to the grocery store and just buy the produce section out of like collard greens and kale, they can now get here. It's so much more sustainable. It's not packed in all those little packs. So and they're getting like the leftovers. We're able to reutilize this plant. Feel good about that, you're with a farm that's going the extra mile to take care of Mother Nature. We've got the season's first baby scallions. They smell so amazing. We have those packaged with a small bundle of radishes. Didn't want to overdo it on your radishes this week. And we've got carrots coming in. We always like to, if depending on where the harvest looks like, give you a fun one, that's got some legs or something silly to stick in there to be a fun little addition to your carrots. And then we always try to see what it looks like. And then you're either going to get a yellow or a green zucchini. We do harvest these small intentionally. One, they're going to be so tender on the inside, you're not going to have a hard seed cavity with big seeds that you have to pick out, and then when you cook it, it doesn't turn to mush. So this is going to stay perfect in your dish. However you're cooking, it's not going to be, the texture is going to be great. And then we did add these Weston A. Price journals to all of the bags this week. They are, I had reached out to Weston A. Price to see if I could get some journals for an event we had on Earth Day, and we had extra, and I thought, you know what, Farmshare customers might be interested in taking a read. If you find nothing that interests you, pass them on or recycle them. Weston A. Price is a really amazing foundation. They've got a cookbook that we use a lot in our house. They have a cookbook for kids. It's going to talk about cooking the ancestral way and eating food the ancestral way that our ancestors did. They're going to talk about the benefits of using lard in your food, raw milk, lots of butter, whole foods, whole fresh veggies, pasture-raised animals that are raised like any of the animals you can get here. So follow them on Facebook, or they have an amazing podcast that is called Nourishing, oh my gosh, Nourishing Traditions, Wise Traditions. Yes, so amazing podcast that's out there. Highly recommend you guys take a listen. Lots of good stuff, especially on regenerative farming. It'll make you feel really good about your decision to support local farmers. So I will try to link that if I can on the YouTube video. One of my favorite podcasts from them. So take care. Let me know what you guys are making.